Hey everybody, it's Niall Doherty here once again from $50blogs.net. Last screencast I showed you how to install a WordPress theme. I actually showed you 3 different ways to install a WordPress theme. And I'm going to follow on from the last of those ways, which was the most complex, but also the way you need to do it if you plan to modify your theme. So that's what this screencast is about, how to modify a WordPress theme. Now to do this, it is kind of advanced, okay? But to do it, you will need to have the theme downloaded onto your hard drive. Okay, now the theme we're going to be modifying here is the one on the demo.50blogs.net. It's called the Pong Sari theme, and I'll have it linked in the blog post that accompanies this video. So this theme, you will need the theme files downloaded onto your hard drive so you can edit them, and then you will also need a text editor. I will be using Text Wrangler for Mac, but you can use Notepad, you can use Notepad++, you can use Dreamweaver, you can use all sorts of things as long as you can edit the code. So one thing you do not want to do, I'm going to show you, because there is another way you can edit your theme files without having to download the theme and have it on your hard drive. So let me go into Appearance and Themes here, and I'll show you the way. I do not advise doing this. If this will ever load for us. Okay, there we go. Okay, so in Appearance and Themes, you also have Editor down here. Now, if you go into Editor, it will actually show you all of your files, all the files associated with your theme, the Pong Sari theme, the active theme, which is Pong Sari in this case. Now, you can click on any of these and you can make edits in here and you can update the file. The problem with doing this is that if you make a mistake, if you delete something, there's no going back. Okay, at least if you have everything downloaded onto your own hard drive, you can hit undo, you can create backups yourself, that sort of thing. Whereas with here, you're kind of taking a bit of a risk when you edit stuff, and you kind of just have to hope that it works out the first time, or else you may not be able to go back and undo the changes that you made. Okay, so I would advise against doing that. Now, next thing then is, well, you need to have the theme downloaded onto your hard drive. I'm not really going to run through that with you because I went through that in the last screencast, how to do that. I will show you my desktop right now is where I have the Pong Sari theme downloaded. Usually you would download a .zip file, unzip it, and you would get the theme files. So once you go into the folder then, here are all the theme files listed. And we're going to edit a few of them. I've already made some modifications, but I'm going to talk you through what I did. But first, let's jump over to FileZilla. So this is an FTP program, file transfer protocol program, allows us to take files from our hard drive and put them up on the server, replace files on the server. Okay, so on the left here again, as I explained in the last screencast, we have our local files. On the right are the remote files. Okay, so here is the structure. Demo.50blogs.net is the site that we're on, and here is the WordPress file structure. Your themes are always going to be in WP-content themes. So now we have the Pong Sari folder here, Pong Sari folder here. We're going to open up both of those on both sides, local and remote, and now we have pretty much the exact same stuff. So we could right click on something and upload, and it will replace the older version that's on the server. Okay, hope that makes sense to you. That's a quick overview on how FTP works. Right, so let's jump back over to our actual theme. We want to make a modification because I want to give you a little idea of what you can do once you're playing around with theme files. So yeah, what we're going to do, I have this page already loaded. I created this page earlier. It's called Feature Video, and basically it's a video and just some garbled text in there. Now, what if we wanted to make that video stretch across the whole screen? We want to get rid of the sidebar here, make this a full width page. Okay, that's the modification we want to make. Now, to do that, we're going to create a new page template. Okay, so let's go over to our directory again. This is on our local machine, looking at the Pong Sari theme files. By default, every page you create in WordPress, it's going to use the template called page.php. Now, I already have that opened up, the code for it, in a text editor. I'm using Text Wrangler, but you can use whatever you like. So this is the code PHP and HTML. This is the code that basically displays this page right now. I know it's a lot different than what you're seeing. Can you see any relation? Okay, well, I'll go through it with you. So the header is putting in all your header information. Man, I'm never going to be able to explain all this correctly. So let me just skip to some really important bits. This right here is your heading for the page. So you see the title right there. The title, that relates to this feature video. If we were to remove that, feature video title would be gone from that page. This is your content and an edit link, and then your comments. So your comments go in here. That's what that code does. It throws your comments in there. And then you have get sidebar, get footer. If we were to remove get sidebar, our sidebar would disappear from that page. Now we want to create a page template. We don't want to modify this file because this is the default file. We want to create a version of this that we can apply to whatever page that we want. We want to make slight modifications to it. So what I went ahead and did earlier is I copied this code and I created a new page called, you see it over here, template-full-width.php. Now, it was the exact same until I made some modifications. So let me give you a quick look at it first. This is the file. What I've done is I've added this bit right here up the top. So template name, we've given this template a name of full width, and you'll see how that comes into play later. Okay, now a lot of the rest of this is the same. Two key things that I removed from page.php. Okay, I removed the heading because what we're doing is we decided that we don't want a heading on this page template. Okay, let me jump back over to the page. We just want the video up at the top, full width. We don't want any text above it, and then we also want to get rid of the sidebar here. So what I also did is I took out this line right here. So let's jump back over to template full width. You'll see no sidebar. Let me space that out a bit. And the heading is gone. Okay. So next thing you'd want to do then is you would go to your FTP program and scroll down, and you would upload the new template that you created. By the way, you can kind of call your template, the file, anything that you want. I just like to start it with template because it keeps them all together. If you end up getting lots and lots of templates, you can remember which ones you created versus which are the WordPress defaults, or the theme defaults rather. So once you have your template in place, you would right click and upload, and you'll see it working away there to put your file up on the server. Okay, so there it is now up on the server, which is great. Now, how do we get our page feature video to use that template? Well, what we need to do is we go into edit it, edit the page just as you normally would in WordPress, and you will see once this loads up on the right hand side, it will give us an option to choose the page template. So here it is right over here. You can see template, default template at the moment, and there's our full width. So WordPress recognizes that we have options when it comes to templates, so it provides this little toggle here. So now we've specified full width. We want to click on update, and once our page is updated, we are going to click on over and we're going to view the page. Typical that the site is running slow just when I'm trying to record a screencast. Anyway, let's click on view page and we'll see if our template did indeed take effect. Yes, it did. Okay, so everything is full width, the sidebar is gone, our heading is gone. Now I did get a little sneaky here while I was setting up for this screencast, and I made some CSS changes as well, which is why the gray for the sidebar is gone. But that's beyond the scope of this screencast. I just want to give you a quick overview. One more thing we will do, because we want this video to be big and bold up there at the top. Let's go back into edit. And while that's loading, I'm going to grab some code that I prepared earlier, and instead of YouTube link like that, we're going to specify the height and the width of it. Click update once more, and then view the page again. And now our page template should be nice and spiffy. So big massive video at the top, and then our text underneath, no sidebar, and our comments stretch all the way across as well. So now we have options. Whenever we create a new page on this blog with this theme, we can specify a different template, so we don't have to have the sidebar in there at all. And this can be very good for different types of layouts or different types of content that you want to put on your blog. So that's pretty much the extent of this screencast. In the next one, I'm going to show you how to make a page like this, the home page, and how to put your listing of your blog posts then elsewhere. It's actually pretty straightforward, but it's something that can drive you insane if you don't know how to do it. So I'll be showing you how to do that. If you don't want to miss that, make sure you sign up for email updates. If you go to the blog on $50blogs.net, there is an option in the sidebar right here, free email updates, so you can get all these latest screencasts and find out how to bend WordPress to your will. And you can also follow me on Twitter, send me questions, Twitter at $50blogs. Yes, at $50blogs, that's it. Send me questions if you want me to cover anything else in future screencasts. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.